an audio adventure with the characters we know, with tarts and keys and heroes from the underland below. 'Twas time for Hatter's party, but time had stopped its talk, and Turtle, Hare, and Mouse were simply frozen by the clock. Let's start at the beginning, dear friend, your ear lend, for backwards is the forwards of a story with no end.
It was raining, so Hatter decided to have a tea party in the garden. It was 9 a.m. The table was long with chairs all around. The sails of the Wonder Mill moved slowly in the wind. Birds sheltered under branches, and Hatter beckoned to Mock Turtle.
Come in, Mock Turtle. Do sit down and take a seat. Take it anywhere you like. Have a cup of tea on me, but watch the pot, because it's hot.
Hatter, you can't invite me to join you for tea, as I'm already here.
Glad to hear it, old chap, and on time too. Now, where did I put the honey?
No honey. The bees are on strike.
The bees are on strike.
To be or not to be? That is the question. But no honey for my bread is not the answer. Now, where's Alice?
According to my notes, she's almost a year late. No wonder the tea is cold.
She promised she would come, and I was so sure of it. We'll give her until October. Stiff up her lip. Let's have a splendid cup of tea in anticipation.
We don't have any tea, Hatter. The never-ending teapot has stopped working, but we can always have a splendid cup of Dormouse.
Cup of Dormouse?
Hatter lifted the teapot lid to see little Dormouse curled up inside, asleep as usual, and quickly put the lid back down again.
He's fast asleep. What splendid fun! Let's pour him.
Hatter tilted the teapot as the others gathered round.
He's not coming through. Turtle, poke him down the spout.
With what? The tea is hot.
There isn't any tea.
Use your finger, Mock Turtle.
I haven't got a finger, just a flipper.
Hatter lifted the lid, and Turtle gave Sleepy Dormouse a prod.
I've poked him down. He's on the way. One lump or two.
Dormouse was dreaming about muchness, as he usually did on a Sunday. Hatter rocked the teapot again.
No sign of him this end, Turtle.
No sign of her that end.
Poor old mouse, he's stuck in the spout. Leave him in or pull him out. Poor old mouse, he's stuck in the spout. Leave him in or pull him out.
Leave him in.
Pull him out.
Heavens above! Stuck like a fat weasel. Oh, what a revelation! Pull his tail before he wakes.
Turtle pulled Dormouse's tail, and Dormouse slid back into the teapot with a plop. Dormouse woke with a squeak. Hatter lifted him out of the pot and onto the table.
Did I miss the party, Hatter?
Yes, he did.
No, it's only just begun, and we're having so much fun. It will end at 9:30 if we don't wind the clock in time. Mock, my lad, do you have the key for the tea time continuum clock? I forgot to wind it last year. The little red key.
No key. No key on me.
Dormouse, do you have the key? March Hare, do you have the key?
Yes, I put it in the jam jar.
The jam jar? Oh dear, what are we to do?
Hatter felt around his hat for the key, then his coat pockets, then his scarf.
Well, this is a worry. No wonder the never-ending teapot stopped pouring. Turtle, my friend, are we approaching a problem of great vastness?
I think so. And if we don't wind the tea time continuum clock, Hatter...
We'll be stuck in time at this table before we know it, Bob.
But it's 9:30 now, Hatter.
Oh dear, and we haven't even cut the cake we hadn't got.
The Wonder Mill sails slowed to a stop. March Hare stopped laughing. Mock Turtle stopped advising. Dormouse stood staring, and Hatter froze with a worried expression on his face and a cake knife in his hand. The leaves on the trees stopped twitching, and the birds were at a standstill. They were left looking like a photograph of themselves. Everything froze and time stood still, and nothing moved and nothing will, until a hero finds the key to wind the clock that pours the tea. The White Rabbit was in a deep, deep sleep.
Oh, goodness me, is that the time? I've overslept, those snores were mine. Thank you for the heads up, Cockerel. I must away, no time to stay, no time to put my dreams away. My watch says, Wabbit, on your way. The garden party is today. I'm late. La 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 la. Oh, I'm late.
He left his overground home, dressed in a waistcoat, with his navy satchel over his shoulder and his pocket watch on red alert. He was in such a hurry, he ran straight past Alice.
Oh, I'm always late. Oh.
Mr. Rabbit, where are you going?
Oh, I do wish I'd brought my umbrella. It's always raining in Wonderland.
And down the rabbit hole he went, to Wonderland. Was nearer to 11 o'clock than 12, and Alice was sitting on the soft grass, snoozing against a sturdy tree in the little park adjoining her grandma's garden. She had been busy making fairy houses in the spaces between the tree roots, using empty matchboxes for beds, cotton wool for pillows, acorns for drinking cups, and coloured leaves for rugs and carpets. Any fairy would have been delighted to move in. Warmed by the sun and sweet breeze, Alice, in a world of her own, had been absorbed by her own creativity and simple use of nature's own tools, and had drifted off mid-dining room. But then she awoke to a rustling sound, and in the corner of her eye she saw it. A rabbit. No ordinary rabbit, a pure white one. And not an ordinary pure white rabbit, but a large pure white rabbit in a waistcoat, with a navy satchel and a pocket watch. She jumped to her feet and ran after it. It bunny-skipped into the flower border. She ran alongside.
Mr. Rabbit, where are you going?
Oh, goodness me, I'm so late. Oh, just look at the time.
He skipped faster, not noticing the little girl as he entered the green woods. Alice knew she should not go into the green woods alone, but realising this may be her only chance to see a dressed rabbit of this kind, she did so. The white rabbit stopped for a few moments by an old sycamore tree, and then he was gone. Alice quickly searched around the tree, lifting the undergrowth.
Where did he go?
And this is where she tripped and fell. Not just onto the grass, but over a tree root and into a hole. A deep, round rabbit hole. Down and down and round she fell for quite some time. Then, thud, onto the upside-down ceiling of a rabbit warren. And there she stayed for a while, until she was rescued by the very rabbit she had chased. That rainy day, the white rabbit, having jumped down the hole, was running along the warren. He was running as fast as his little legs could carry him. But then he came to a halt, and he looked up in surprise.
Great Scott! What the devil is that? Hello? It's a girl on the ceiling. Exactly how did it get up there?
I was following you.
Goodness gracious, why on earth would anybody do such a silly thing?
I tripped. I fell down this wretched hole. It wasn't nice. I am spiked all over.
Well, do you have a name, girl who fell down the hole into my warren?
I am Alice.
Alice?
And I wish I wasn't stuck on the ceiling.
Well, you can't stay up there all day. It isn't practical. And if you are Alice, then this must be for you.
The white rabbit reached into his pocket and handed Alice an envelope, which she opened and read.
What does it say?
Gosh, I was invited to Hatter's tea party in September, and I'm almost a year late.
Oh dear. Lateness is something we clearly have in common, Alice. And well, how long are you going to stay on the ceiling?
Mr. Rabbit, I would prefer to be on the ground, if you please.
Well, yes, I suppose that is more sensible. Here you go.
Ouch. Thank you. Kind of.
Well, now hurry along. The garden party starts at 2, and I have nothing more to do here. Oh, I'm late. I'm late. Oh, the Queen of Hearts will turn me into a casserole.
Rabbit, wait for me.
Alice stood up and followed, although she couldn't keep up with the rabbit. At the end of the tunnel there was a little wooden door. She opened it, and, pleased to see the sunlight again, she stepped into the Duchess's garden.